Hello and welcome to my first watch review. Now this is of a Timex, model the Waterbury, model number TW2P83900VQ, which has a steel casing, a tan leather, and a natural dial color. Now I decided for this to be my first watch review as I recently got it on a Black Friday sale, and I didn't see too many other reviews of it, so with the holidays coming I thought this might help somebody else as well. Now this watch is part of Timex's Waterbury collection. Waterbury being Waterbury, Connecticut, which is where Timex started, and said to sort of celebrate their classic styling over the years, or something along those lines. Now the most famous of the Waterbury collection is the Redwing Waterbury, which is a interesting watch that if you don't know anything about, I'd encourage you to look into, and there are some good reviews here already on YouTube. It's interesting just from how it came to be and how it was a collaboration between two great American companies, Timex and Redwing Boots, and how it originally was only sold in Japan and how it wound up coming here. Now, while this is not one of the Redwing Waterburys, what makes this watch special is that in many ways it's a sister watch to that collection, as the styling of the watch is the same and the styling of the leather strap is the same. Now, if you turn that strap over, you'll see that the leather from that strap is made from SB Foot Tanning Company from Redwing, Minnesota, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of Redwing Boots. Thus, at least in my opinion, makes this almost a Timex Waterbury Redwing, just in a different styling. Now looking at the watch, you can see a very highly polished stainless steel casing and a slightly raised mineral crystal. You can see that it is somewhat of a field-inspired design with a simple date at the 3 o'clock position. And on the right you can see a nicely sized large crown at the 3 o'clock position. The back of the watch has a solid stainless steel casing, illustrating it as part of the Waterbury collection. Now looking at the leather strap, you can see that it is a thick leather, but at the same time it is very pliable and very soft. The strap also has white stitching that goes around it, and looking down at the holes on the other side you can see almost size markings going down. Now one of Timex's key features on many of their watches is their Indiglo lighting system, and this watch is no different. Now to turn on the Indiglo, you push in the crown gently, which turns on a blue background light behind the dial, which makes the watch incredibly easy to see in even the darkest of conditions. In addition, this watch also includes lume on the hands for when you do not want to engage the Indiglo feature, as the Indiglo feature will drain your battery over time. Now to get dimensions of the watch. It is 40 millimeters wide without the crown, and about 46 millimeters wide with the crown. Along with a strap width about 20 millimeters. Now what I like about this watch is that first off, it just feels like a quality watch. The stainless steel casing is nice and polished, it has a good weight to it, and the leather strap is a great leather strap, especially for a watch at this price point. The field style of the watch makes it extremely easy to read, and the Indiglo feature is incredibly useful in dark conditions and is a nice add-on if you've never had it on a watch before. And while I wasn't initially sure I would like the natural or cream-colored dial, it has grown on me since I've had it, and it seems to match very well with the tan leather strap, which would go great in many casual situations. Now, there are two complaints that I have about this watch. The first of which is the noise, the ticking it makes is rather loud, probably one of the loudest of the watches I have. Depending on whether or not you're a light sleeper and if you keep it on your nightstand, it might actually keep you up at night. And the second complaint I would have isn't necessarily about this watch specifically, but more about some of the more expensive Timexes in general, where if you start looking at the various models, in many ways there doesn't really seem to be much difference between some of the more expensive Timexes and some of the more inexpensive Timexes, as they all seem to use very similar movements. It just may have somewhat different styling. Now this one may be an exception to that, as it does have a much nicer strap than I would expect. And as I got this on a Black Friday sale, I think it's definitely worth it for the price I paid. In conclusion, if you can get this watch on sale, it is a great watch for the price, as it really is a sister to the Redwing Timexes, with just a different bit of styling. But it is a very nice watch with a classic styling that will go with many casual attire and would make a great gift this holiday season. And in my opinion, if you do collect watches, I believe everyone should have at least one Timex, whether it is new or vintage, just to celebrate the history and the heritage of this great American company. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you can see more of my reviews as they come.